Hello viewers, welcome to CodeforAny. Today we need to see this here the enter your project screen need to develop here. First of all need to see these designs inside the HD files. Now need to open here. Enter your project screens inside. Today we need to develop here the edge buttons, height buttons, weight buttons and levels buttons we need to develop. And then after selection pop-ups need to develop. First of all need to develop here the select your levels. Inside we need to give this here the three options: beginners, intermediates and advanced levels. You need to set this here. And then after select your weight, inside wheel pickers need to set this here, the select here the user weight. And then after need to select here the select your heights. Pop-ups need to develop here, the two pickers need to give this here, the feet speakers as well as the inch pickers need to set here. And then after need to develop this here, the select your edge screen. Pop-ups need to develop here. And inside we need to select here the user age, like this pop-up need to develops. And last ones need to set here the confirm details buttons need to develop. Now need to start inside the Flutter apps. First of all, so need this here the go inside, and to find out here the login screen, and this screens need to develop after the global goal screens. Need to set this here. Now need to create here the new file. Now need to give this here the name screen dot like this right here. Now need to create here the stateful widgets, and to give this here the name which is screen. And now need to input here material dependency. First of all need to set here some variable property. Need to declare here the need for value, and to define this here the string value. And now need to give this here the select age is equal to, now by default set here the 19. Then another strings, and to give this here the select height. And now need to set here 6 feet and 4 inch, like this sets here. Then after string select weight, and now need to set here 17.8 kg. And last ones need to set this here to select level, and to give this here as a beginner, like this sets here. And now need to set here. Now need to create here the scaffold, and inside need to develop here the body. And now first of all need to set this here the shape area. Child's inside we need to set this here the padding controls, and set here the padding const. Edges insert symmetric, we need to set this here the horizontal 44 45, like this sets. And now padding inside need to create here the child's, and to set here the column, create here the children's. And now need to set this year's sized box, set here the height as a 20, like years, and set here the const value, like years. And then after we need to develop this here the text, and we need to set here the titles. Enter your, and now need to set here the styles, set here the text styles, set here the color, color primary text. Then after set here the font size, set here the 17, and font weight set here as a 700, 600 semi bolts like the sets and to save the shears. Now need to develop here the common buttons need this here. First of all, now need to go inside the common widgets and to develop this here the round text value buttons need to develop here. Now need to create here the new files and to give this here the name round title value button dot dots like this create. And now need to go inside the round buttons and to first of all the copy this here this data and we need to paste this here. And first of all need to import this here the material dependency, then remove here the types heights font weight width image no needs. Also need to remove here the padding no needs here. Unused parameters need to remove and to fix this here, clear this here like here. And also last one image we need to remove here like this sets. And now need to give this here remove here the width no needs like this. And then after need to set here the colors as a text colors, set here the background colors and import this here the color extensions. And then after needs here the borders like this and to give this here the width as a one like this configures. And another nulls value need to remove here. And now need to give this here the border radius, we need to set this here the 25 like this sets. Now need to give this here the 50 width heights not width, we need to set here width as a now set here the width 50 like here. And now need to remove this here the image like this. And also need to set this here text colors as a set here secondary text. Now need to set here the font size, set here the 15s. And font weight need to set this here the semi bold 600. And also need to remove this here the image. Now another so need to copy this here this value and to paste this here. And now need to set here the one parameters final string and we need to give this here the value key. And also need to import this here the required this dots value and like this past years. And now need to set this second expand and to set this here text as a 2. And also need to set this here the value key like this configures are the needs and these buttons are the developed ones. And now need to use these buttons inside this here the screens. First of all need to give this here the some height space, so need to give it this here as a 14 size box need to use here for given the height space, set here the 14s. And we need to set this here the const value like here. And then after need to use this here the round text round titles value buttons need to use this here. Need to first of all check this here the name not change title value and to save this here. Now need to use this button round titles value buttons. Now need to set here the titles as a age. And now need to give this here the age value, create here the double quotes, need to use this here the dollars and to set this here the select age and to give this here the years value. And on press events need to write down years like years. Now temporary not sets any value, but we need to later set years, create one by one screens and to use this years and to setting these configurations are the need these years. And then after need to create here the heights buttons need to develop here. Now need to first of all give this here the some width space, we need to check here, set here the paddings no needs here the round titles buttons, remove here padding no needs. Also remove here these margins. And now need to set here padding symmetric and to set here horizontal 20 and verticals need to set this here the 15s like this configures. are the needs and to save this here. Now save here. First of all need to see this UI inside the designs. First of all now need to go inside the goal screens and to change this here the done button screens and to give this here the position screen and to save this here. Now need to check this here the UI and to click this here and open this here the UI. Look like this show your designs. Now need to go inside the position screens and to develop this here the height. And now need to set here the height. And now need to give this here the select height. But here and to paste this here these variables and to show this here the heights. Same as need to create here the weight. Now need to copy and to paste this here and to set this here the semicolons. And now need to give this here the weight screen and select weight, set here and to show this here like this. And last ones need to add this here round title buttons and to set this here the level. And now select levels and create here on press it. Save this here like this showing here the levels. And now need to first of all need to develop this here the select levels UI need to develop this here. First of all need to go inside the login folders and to create here the new files. Click on the right click of these folders and to create here the new files and to give this here the name as a select level screen dot dots like this. And then after so need to develop here the stateful widgets and to give this here the name select level screen. And now we need to set here material dependency. And first of all need to set this here one variables for the selections. In it select type is equal to set here 0 index like this configures. And now need to create here the containers and to give this here the width need to set here the context dot width, not widgets, set here width. Then after set here the heights as a context dot height, set here the colors color 45 we need to set here black 45 colors we need to set this here. And also need to set here the elements as a set here the element centers like this configures here. And now need to create here the children's. Now need to create here the containers. And now need this here the configurations are the set as a width. Need to set here the context dot width and multiply by the 0.6 like this. And now need to create here the decorations and to set this here the box decorations. And we need to set this here the colors white. And then after need to set here the borders radius circulars we need to set here the 20 like years. And set here the padding const edges insert symmetrics and to set this here the horizontal 20 and verticals need to set here the 20 like this configures here. And now need to set here the children's column and need to set this here children's as a. And then after cross axis alignments we need to set as a start like this configures are the needs not start need to set here the center like this is. And now need to set here the titles text and give this here titles as select your level and set here the styles, text styles, set here the color, t color, primary text, and then after set this here the font size 15 and font weight, set here the 600, and now need to give this here the height, sized box, give this here the height 25, and to set this here the const value, and we need to save this here. Now need to create here the one common widgets, radio buttons need to develop here. First of all, now need to go inside the common widgets, create here the new files, and to give this here the radio button dot that's like this creates, and to give this here the creates and creates here the stateless widgets, and to give this here the name radio button like here. And now need to set here the some property, and first of all need to import this here the material dependency, and to set here the final string title, then final bool is select, and then after final void callback and on press event like this configures. And now need to add these parameters. Now need to create here the padding, and we need to set this here symmetric horizontals, and we need to set this here 20, and verticals we need to set here the 15 like this configures here. And now need to create here the wrap with inkwell, and now need to give this here the on press event on press like this set here. And now need to create here the row, inside we need to create here the children's, and now need to set here the container, give this here the width as a 20, and also need to set this here height 20, create here the decorations, box decorations, set here the colors as a is select, then to set here the primary colors, and after set here the inactive colors like this sets. And now need to set this here the border radius circulars, need to set this here the 10 like this configures here are the needs. And now need to set this here the sized box width, need to set here, and to set this here the 20, and const value need to configure here. And then after we need to configure this here the expand keywords, expanded text fields, you need to set here text expanded. Now create here the expanded text property, need to use this here, and to call inside the titles, and set here the styles, text styles, and now need to set here the color, t color, primary text, and then after configure this here the font size 13, comma here like this configures are the duns, and need to save here. Now we use this here the radio buttons inside our select level screens and to configure this here. Now create here the radio button, set here the titles as a beginner, and now need to set here select tab equal to 0 and set here on press event, create here the comma and fix this here beginners. Now set here the set states and to select tab is equal to e- set here the 0 like this configures need to set years, and one more property need this years as a final function, and need to set here the dynamic, and to give this here the did change like this set years, and also need to pass this here this value years, and after selecting set here the widgets dot did select change, and we need to pass this here the value as a beginner. Paste this here, select this configures save here, and now develop here the another buttons, copy here, paste this here, and now need to set here intermediate, intermediate, copy here, paste this here, and set here 1. Now to set here 2, and to set here the titles as a advance. Now copy here and to paste this here, and to configure are the done these levels. Now need to go edge buttons, and now need to set here some configurations. Now need to create here the show model bottom sheets, set here the context inside, need to create here the builder context variables, and now need to return here select level screens and did change well semicolons as a set here semicolons. Now need to set this here the set state, and we need to give this here the names. Age is equal to well, save this here, save this here. Now need to openings here. First of all need to needs here some property configurations are the needs, set here the colors backgrounds, need to set this here color transparent, evaluation set 0, and also need to set this here the edge scrolls, set here the true, and save this here. Now open ears and opening this here the UI, and now need to go levels and to make here the mistakes for this here main axis size, set here minimum, and look like this here showing here the related to, and change this here, also change here the wrong place, we need to change this here the level screens, minimize, need to check here, and we need to cut this here, cut here this data, set as a levels, and select level, save this here, and now to click here and change this here status, set here advanced like this showing here, and now need to develop here the weight screens, need to develop here select weights. Now need to create here the new files, and to give this here the names, select weight screen dot dots. Now first of all need to copy this here the labels, and need to paste inside the weight screens. Now need to change this here the names, Set here the weight like this years. Did change. And now need to create here the array list value array set here array and to init states for each and to give this here the value 115 and 42 150 kg maybe set here 25 is good. Now add a value inside need to add these functions and to call this here as a name and we need to pass this here the double quotes dollars I and we need to set it value and we need to pass this here the I save this here like this configures and to save here this data. Now remove here this value no needs clear here and now need to create here the pickers. First of all need to set here the size box and to give this here the fixed heights need to give this here the 200s and now need to develop here the child and creates here the row children's and develop here the expanded and now need to develop here the cappuccino picker like this configures and now need to set this here the items extends set here 32 and we need to set this here the on select events this value and we need to set this here widgets dot did select change did change and we need to set this here the value array pass this here as a in property we first need to use this here index dot value. Into semicolons like this calls set years. Now need to create here the children's and need to configure this year's list widgets and need to write down here the generate set here the value array dot length returns here text and need to set this year's dollars and to get this here where obj is equal to need to get this here the value of array text semicolons. Now need to call this here the objects and need to pass this here value as a name and semicolons like the sets and to set this here the cappuccino like this. Now need to save and to go this here the screens and to configure this here the weights. Now need to copy here the screens value and to paste this here. Now need to set here select weight and to change this here select weight screen and to save this here. Now need to click here and showing this here the weight levels. Maybe you need to change this here the titles weight show this here select your weights and to run the screens and to chat this value and also need to configure this here the kg value need to place this here inside go here weight, and we need to bind this here gauge. Save here. Now need to click here at this here kg and set to this here like this way. And same as need to create here the age value, need to set this here. Now need to copy here the weight screen, copy here. Now need to create here the new files, and to give this here the name, select age screen dot dots. Now need to paste this all codes, and to change here, select age, and now need to remove here, and age as I need to set here the value 1 to 120 like this sets, and select your age, change this here the titles, set here the same as this data, and remove this here. So now this age screens are the done, and now need to configure inside this screen. Now need to copy this here, this data, now need to paste, and now need to change this here, select age screens, and to set here, select age. Now need to save, and to click here, and to set this here the age like this show, and to minimize here, and to set this here the data. And now need to develop for the heights. First of all need to copy here the width data, copy here, and now need to create here the new files inside the login folders, and to give this here the name, select height screen dot dots, and now need to paste this here, and now need to set here height like this configures, and to set this here. Now need to need here the two array. First of all need to put this here the value as a feet array, and second is inch array like this configures, and feet array inside we need to set here the inch feet as a 2 to set here the 10 11s, and now need to give this here the feet, and give this here the value of the height, change this here the variable name like this, and also need to copy here, and same as need to create here the 0 to 12 each, need to set here the value, set here inch like this, and also need to inch set here. Now set here the dynamics, not an issue, and to set this here the height like here, and set here the fit array, and set like this here's the data, and also need to copy, and second pickers need to develop here like here's, and to give this here some width space, set here the 15 like this configures here's, and constraint like this sets here's. Now we need to set this here the inch array, to check here the names inch, and to replace years, and also replace years. And one more thing, so we need to set this here the height, select it, set as a 0, and int select inch, set here the 0. Now need to copy as a feet, and did change, set here the value, and now need to return here the value as a array, set here the feet is equal to, need to pass this here the array of hits, and give this here the select hits, give this here the name value, returns here. Same as need to create here the inch, and now we need to copy here, paste this here, and now need to set here the inch array, select inch like this here, copy here, and need to replace here this value inside here and set here as a inch, and need to save this here these files. And now need to go inside the positions screens, need to go here thickness, and now need to set here the height related. Now need to copy this model view sheet, paste this here, and now need to select here the height, and need to pass this here the value dollars and dollars, set here well array, and need to pass this here the value as a feet, and well pass here inch like this, set here, and set this data and set here the heights, and also import this here the widgets, and now need to save this here. Now click on here the heights and showing this here the data, and show this here like this, set this here, and to set this here the data selected, also same as heights, and set this here data. And now need to last ones need to develop here the round buttons, and to set here the open here the home screen flow, need to continue like this. Button configurations are the needs. Now need to go this Physique screens and scroll down, and to set here the some height space, need to give this here size boxed, give here the heights, and need to set this here the 14, and this here setting cost. Now set here the round buttons, and to set this here the titles, confirm details, home details, and on press, save this here, and also need to remove here is padding, set here false, show like this data. And now need to set here the click events, and to set this here the const post, and to set this here the const, set here the home screen, tab, top tab view screens, and to save this here. And now need to click here and opening this here the continue this UI. If you like this video, please give the thumbs up. If you're new user, so please subscribe my channels and press the notification bell icon. You can get every new video notifications and awesome content. If you have any question, so please write down the comment sections. I will help you and sort out your issue. Everyone have a nice day. Goodbye and take care.